What's going on, humble family? How y'all feeling, man? Pray you all are well, blessed, and safe, taking care of yourselves, spreading and putting love and positivity in the air. It's a good day. It is a great day. All right. But the video probably kind of be all over the place, so bear with me. But it's something I want to share with y'all, okay? So y'all know in my videos a lot, if you've been following me for a minute, we talk about working on ourselves, right? Trying to become the best version of ourselves. Always thinking positive, trying to, make the positive out of the negative situations and everything like that, as we should be doing. But I do want to tell y'all, and y'all know too, because y'all going through the journey just as much as I am. But so we know that every day, or it's going to be a lot of times where we facing a lot of negativity in our journey, right? We facing a lot of setbacks, a lot of urges to things that we know that we should be not dealing with, because that's not in God's plan for us heading on, right? Okay. So I say all that to say, y'all know I've been trying to quit weed for some time now. Okay. It's been on and off. Well, lately I haven't been really trying. Okay. I just been dealing with it, smoking, trying to slow down, but still doing my thing, right? Not really listening to God. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But recently I've been seeing a lot of posts from people who smoke a lot, stoners like themselves, and they saying, how they quit and how they feel, this and that, and they feel so much better. Now, these are people that I never would have thought in a million years would even think about putting it down. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows how much strength and willpower that, people have, that they can put it down. So, and me seeing these videos, man, I just kind of regained focus and was like, you know what, I need to really go ahead and try this again. I need to try to really quit and put this down, because as I stated plenty of times, it's not in my will. It's not in God's will for me to smoke on this journey that He's sending me on. I know that, right? But I still been doing my own thing. All right, so I'm gonna get to the point. So usually I smoke in the mornings before work, and I smoke after work. Okay. So I've been trying, but it hasn't been working. So one of the things I said was I just had to simply stop having it around, stop buying it, stop doing all that, right? Easier said than done. It's a dispensary right down the street from me. But today was different. Today was a little bit different. So today, in the morning, I woke up. I didn't buy no weed last night. So I didn't have any weed around. So this morning when I woke up, I couldn't smoke. Okay, no dispensaries open, no weed in the crib. So I knew I was good. So I probably slept in a little bit because I didn't want to think about it or just lollygag around. So I kind of slept in a little bit, waited till the last minute, got showered, went straight out the door. Okay, I was good. But I knew the tough challenge was going to be when I got off of work. Okay, now this is how funny the enemy can be, man. It's crazy. But or it might not even be the enemy all the time. I don't like to give the enemy too much credit. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes God will put stuff in your face to show you that it's a test, and He wants to see how you're going to do with it. All right. So after work, I knew it was going to be the challenge because it's a dispensary right down the street from my job. Crazy, right? Dispensary right down the street from my house, like literally walking distance. And then the dispensary right across the street. Right down the street from my job, which is going past the way I go home, right? So it's always an easy stop no matter what. But today, kept on driving, right? Now, humble family, let me make this clear. I would have gave in today, okay? My urges was so up there, like literally I'm shaking. I'm still shaking, okay? My urges is up there. I'm shaking. I really feel like I'm going through a lot of withdrawals and stuff right now, right? But anyway, I drove past the dispensary. Didn't go toward anything. One reason for that is because clearly I don't have any money. Okay, I spent just about, and you know what? I'm a little embarrassed and a little ashamed of this video, but at the same time, I want to share it with y'all, man, because like I said, we're building something over here, and I want y'all to see that, no matter how much positivity I talk and how much, I do this and do that, I still have tough days. I have very, very tough days. And usually I don't record or anything on my tough days, or I'll record, but I just don't upload it because I just don't feel like editing it and all that stuff. But I really want to document this part too, because in the journey it's not all good, not for none of us. I don't care like what content creator you watch, everybody goes through something. You might not see it, and it might be, they might go through more good than bad, but everybody has bad days, everybody has tough days, everybody has something that we're trying to overcome. Okay, so you're not alone. So that's why I felt like it was really important to make this video. All right, but I don't have any money, right? So I don't have any money to buy any grass. I'm okay with that. So I'm going home, this and that, bro. Fellas, ladies, humble family. I'm sorry. Soon when I get in the crib, I just start going through it, man. I just put my stuff down. I didn't change out my work clothes or nothing, man. I just sat there and I was like, yo, I want to smoke so bad. Humble family was bad. I was just like, I want to smoke so bad. And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, all right, I can't do nothing. Now, I still don't know if it's the enemy or not, right? But what was crazy was, in the back of my head, I was like, oh, you know what? You got a resource that you can hit up, and they'll loan you the money. Like, they'll loan you the money, and you can go get it through that. I've done it before. I've done it plenty of times. Not proud of it, okay? So I hit that resource up. And was like, I just sent them like a little emoji with the teary eye, right? I think they knew what that meant because they never hit me back. They knew what that meant. And like I said, that resource has no problem lending me the money. But when they know that I've been trying to quit smoking and they know what I'm gonna use that loan for, they being a good, kind-hearted person and saying, you know what, I'm not going to give him what he wants, and I salute him for that. I thank you. Okay. So I didn't press on the issue. You know what I'm saying? Because that person always hits me back, always texts me. I could have easily called and be like, hey, you ain't get my text or something like that, or like, yo, let me borrow something real quick and stuff like that. But I felt like if I would have did that, I would have been going against God double. Okay, I felt like I already went against God by hitting up that resource anyway instead of fighting through it. But the fact that he was like, he's still not getting it, so I'm just not going to let him interrupt. Now, if I call and I ask for it and they say, yeah, that's on me. But just know that God tried to help me out the best that he could. But if you keep going against God's commands and God's command, just like when you tell your friend something and you keep telling them over and over again how this is bad for them, how that person is bad for them, this and that, but that person just don't listen. So you just like, fuck it. I'm not going to say anything no more. I'm not going to do anything. My microphone's still on. This joint be dying. Hold on. All right, it's still on. Hold on. Sorry, I'm a fan. But yeah, but you know how when you tell a person the same thing and stuff like that, and they just do whatever they want anyway, you just start telling them, you're like, fuck it, I'm not gonna waste my breath anymore. That's what I felt like God would have did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if by him just getting that person to not respond, about me not having no money to get none and stuff like that, I just felt like me calling that person and actually getting it and doing it, I felt like I would have doubled down on going against God. And when I thought about that, something a hold of me just couldn't let that happen. It couldn't let that happen. So I was just going through it, humble family. I was just going through it, man. I was just in the house. I sat outside. I tried to watch some TV. I tried to listen to some calming music. Nothing was working, humble family. Nothing was working. Okay, I got down. I prayed. You know what I'm saying? I cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? I was doing everything in the book. And the feelings were still there. I still wanted to smoke. It was so tough. I knew if I had the money, I would have gave in. I know it for a fact. Okay, that's why everything happens for a reason. Okay. So it got to a point where I just started, watching a couple of videos, watching some motivational content, and I don't know. I just got like this little burst of energy, And I was like, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. And I threw on my clothes and I came out here for a run. And now I'm at where I'm at now. Okay. But humble family, I know it's going on 10 minutes. If y'all still with me, I thank y'all, but this is where I really want to get in at. Um, humble family, we has destroyed me. Okay, we has destroyed a lot of things in my life, humble family, and I'm coming out and I'm saying this because it's true. I've probably been in denial for a while, but as I, the last couple of days, I sat back and really think about it. We has destroyed me. Weed has destroyed my life. Okay, and I'm not blaming it all on weed, because I'm my own person too, and I take full accountability of stuff. But I didn't do no better by engaging in weed as much as I did, relying on weed as much as I did. I didn't make it no better. All right, humble family. I'm gonna get real roundable with y'all for a minute and real personal. But like some things that weed has like took away from me is my marriage, my marriage, my fight with lust. Okay, a couple years ago, I felt like I really overcame lust. Okay, I was going good on semen retention. I did 3 months of semen retention. I was real strong minded and stuff like that. This was the time where I had stopped smoking. I got my CDLs. Life was going good. Okay, but soon when I picked that weed back up, it might didn't happen right away, but as I picked that weed back up and I kept smoking and smoking and smoking and smoking, my life started to go downhill. Okay, started with my marriage, then I lost 2 jobs. Um, I got COVID. I'm not saying all this is because of weed, but I'm saying I think weed has a big factor in it, and I never paid attention to it. So my marriage is the biggest one. My marriage is the biggest one to me because I'm a family guy. I'm a family guy. I got 2 boys. I had a loving wife, man. It was a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we really killed that relationship because not only did we got me fired from one of my jobs. I got myself fired, but me smoking weed, having my CDLs didn't make it any better. Okay, I got into an accident. Wasn't my fault, but I got into an accident, so I had to take a drug test. It was a very good job. It was Coca-Cola, actually, the bottle company. Very good job, making decent money, making good money, just starting out. But when I got that job and I cleared it and everything, that's when I started smoking again. And I got into an accident. Like I said, it wasn't my fault, but I still had to take a drug test because it's still an accident. And I couldn't take that drug test. I couldn't because I would have lost my CDLs, would have been suspended for a year, stuff like that. So I couldn't do that. So I quit. I quit that job. Um, Things have not been the same since. I'm not even in the CDL field no more. Yes, I'm a delivery truck. I love my job now. Still making some decent money, so I'm happy about that. God is still gonna, my fault, y'all, my finger. Well, God's still gonna look out for you, man, but He's gonna discipline you too. But it's up to you to open up your eyes for it, right? So like I said, got fired from that job. Couldn't take that drug test. Um, so I had to quit. Okay, that's why I felt like it first started with my marriage because before that I made all these promises to my wife. We're gonna be good. We're gonna do better. We just had our second kid. When we get us out this apartment, life is gonna be good because I'm making decent money now and this and that, man. Everything was good. So when I had to quit, I disappointment in her eyes is crazy, and I can vision it now. I can see it, the disappointment in her eyes. But back then, I didn't think like that. I didn't think like that. I just like I'm gonna just get back on my feet and this and that. Um, so fast forward, I had another job. I really didn't like it like that anyway, but I lost that job too. It wasn't due to weed, but it was just actually I think I quit. I quit actually. But and even when I quit that job, it was like you quit and we don't have no extra money, we don't have no income coming in. So that was another disappointment that probably, was in my wife's eyes as well. And it got to the point where I was just so comfortable with just smoking and doing this and doing that things just got worse and worse, man. Like I said, man, I lost my marriage now. I lost my marriage. I lost my family now. You know what I'm saying? Like I still got my kids and stuff like that, but I'm losing the luxury of seeing them every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing the luxury of coming home to them every day. I'm losing that luxury, all because I can't control my smoking addiction. I can't control, which I feel like that smoking opened up the lust, because right before then I got right back into the lust. I got right back into the lust, man. Started pleasuring myself, like, damn, like, what the hell is going on? And it took me a couple of days to realize that I think weed was the start of all this, man. Weed was the start of all this. Now, I'm not saying that's for every weed smoker out here that is bad for y'all and this and that, but like I stated before, man, when God is trying to tell you something, if he's telling you to put down something, if he's telling you to quit something, no matter what it is, weed, anything that you may love, anything that you may rely on more than him, if he's telling you to put it down, to sacrifice it, to give it up for him, you best believe you better do it, because he is going to, you're his child. So he's going to make sure you're good. He's going to keep you good, but you're never going to be better than that. I'm going to switch hands because this hand must be tired. You're not going to be better than that. You're not going to receive those blessings that he really wants to give you. You know why? Because you didn't make that sacrifice that he wanted you to make. And that's how it is with me right now. Right now, I'm just like, actually, I'm a little bit lower than okay. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm making it. I still have a roof over my head. My kids are still good. Our house is still there, everything. And I'm grateful. But I guarantee you, if I would have gave up, and I don't think it's too late, but if I would have gave up the weed, if you give up whatever he is trying to tell you, humble family, I guarantee you that the blessings are going to be 10 times better than what we ever can imagine. But sometimes it's just the fact that it's just hard for us to give this stuff up, you know. And I really thank y'all for, you know, if you stayed this long, if you know, watched it and stuff like that. I really appreciate y'all for taking the time to listen to me, to spend this time. But I just really want to say, humble family, if God is speaking to you, please try. It's not going to happen overnight, but we got to start trying our hardest. We got to start trying. The fact that I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? If I had the bread, I would have got it. And the fact that I can't just stop is crazy. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm going to be perfect. I'm not saying that when I do get some money in my pocket that I'm not going to do it. I can only pray about it and pray that I don't. You know, that's the plan, to not do it. But I can't say that that's going to happen. I can't even say that I can go the full day. You know what I'm saying? Today. You know, because you know, something is still inside of me that still just wants to do it, and I know that that's okay. But listen to God. Listen to God. I'm gonna try everything on my willpower tonight. I'm about to get some jump roping in, and that's it, man. Humble family. Like I said, I appreciate y'all for listening, checking it out. Just listen to God, man, and that's just do what we need to do. Okay. This month is our month. This month we will get better. This month will be the best month of our lives. This month will be the month that our lives change forever. All right, humble family, I love y'all. I'll see y'all next video. Thank y'all again, man. Stay blessed, stay prayed up, keep smiling, keep doing righteous work, keep listening and trusting in God. And I'll see y'all next video.
Please subscribe to my video.